Hi ladies, hi gents, hope you're all well. So it's a bank holiday weekend here in the UK. Oh, I'm so looking forward to a long weekend. It's been super busy at work, so I'm super tired, and I've been trying to film this afternoon, this evening, and I've been interrupted. This is the third time I've tried to video this. So I'm going to give it a go again and see how far I get this time. Anyway, just before I start, I've used a few pieces in here that were sent to me by people. So I used some of the beautiful fabric, the velvet fabric that Rosie sent me. Hi Rosie, in those beautiful colours, the pink, the sort of teal blue, and the cream velvet. I've also used some of the items that Kim sent me. Hi Kim. Maggie, some of the appliques Maggie sent me. Hi Maggie. And Olivia. Hi Olivia. And some of the lace that Jean sent me. Hi Jean. So I just wanted to mention that at the start, so I didn't have to, keep saying it throughout the video. So thank you to all those ladies. There's a little piece from each of you in here. Okay, so this is rather large, as you can probably tell. It is a fabric book. It's a very large fabric book. I've measured it twice on video now, so I know it's 16 inches in length and it's 12 inches across. So it's very, very large. So I'm just going to start by showing you the spine. This is the spine. And I kind of wanted it to look like the spine of a book. So I used this vintage doily piece down the side. This is actually off a rectangle doily, and I cut it and I thought, oh, that looks like the spine of a book. So I was super happy with that. I've kept the back quite plain. It does have some dangles on it, and that's not in the measurements. On the back I've just used this beautiful ruffle fabric. It was white, but I tea-dyed it. I love this fabric. I used some on a fabric bag that I've made and used it on the back of the fabric bag before, and I absolutely love this fabric. And I've just finished off the edge with some braid, that side and this side. There is laces this side as well. I won't go through all the laces with you. At the bottom there is some gorgeous vintage eyelet trim. Again, it's all been tea-dyed. Along the top I've got this beautiful pearl braid trim here. It's quite shabby, so I put that at the top, and then just down here in this corner, just to finish it off, I added an applique and then a small flower with a pearl and rhinestone. So that's the back of the book. I just want to tell you the size of this book. What I actually used, I don't know if you remember, at Christmas I got a lot of damaged vintage linens on eBay, and they were like tray cloths, chair back covers, tablecloths, and the base of this book is mostly made up with the chair back covers and the tray cloths, and a lot of the laces used around the edge are actually off tablecloths that were damaged. So I cut the lace off and tea-dyed it, or I tea-dyed the tray cloths and the chair back covers, so most of it is made using those, and I did actually hand stitch the pages together before I went ahead and turned it into the fabric book. So I'm just going to have a sip of tea. And I did show a sneak peek of the front page of this on Facebook. I think it was was it last week or the week before? I can't remember. Do you know, it's been such a long couple of weeks at work. I'm just exhausted. Okay, so you all know that I love Peter Rabbit. So this is a fabric book, but it's actually a Beatrix Potter fabric book. It's not all Peter. He features in it, but it's not all Peter. But as he's my favourite, he's on the front cover. So the front page was a tray cloth. Everything was, all the linens and the laces were tea dyed first. Some of the appliques weren't, but some were. But 90% of it is tea dyed. Okay, so the base of it was a tray cloth, and then you'll see bits of lace, and these were all taken off, like I say, either tray cloths, chair back covers, or tablecloths. So I put my beautiful Peter Rabbit as my focal point, and I layered up appliques of different blue laces going round him, and then layered up tiny flowers, doilies, ribbon roses, earrings, all the way around him, just to frame him. If I just show you the edge first, so down the edge I have this pleated trim with the pearls on the edge of it going up here, and then again this pearl braid trim. I will try and do some close-ups as we go. So if I start up here, you'll see that there's a number of laces. Let me see. This tray cloth had tatting on the edges, so there is tatting all the way around the edge of this page. Then there was another crochet lace off a tablecloth, and that goes all the way around. And then there is some cut work lace here and down the side. I used a very shabby fibre flower that I made, and there is some applique behind it. I then used a flower applique up the side here, added some tiny flowers and some of the mirror pieces, and I now have some in blue, so I've got the cream ones, and then I've got the blue as well. I just got enough, I've got a few left, I just got enough to do this project. I've got another mirror piece here with there's another applique piece here with a bit of a dangle there. There's also wedding applique. This is another tray cloth here, and this is the lace that was on it. I layered a few dangle laces here, not too many, I just wanted a light layer. I've also layered some flower lace here, some more appliques, another mirror piece, some more ribbon roses. There is some on this page. This is the laces at the bottom, so like I say, most of these were off tablecloths or were on the tray cloths already. These are from the beautiful fabrics, and I made these flowers, so I've got rolled roses, and then this layered one with the cream and this beautiful teal blue. Pearls in the centre. This one's got a mirror piece, and this one's got the loopy flower. This piece here is from a tray cloth, and I actually made it into a pocket. Now, I don't remember ever putting a pocket on the front cover of a fabric album before, but I just thought it looked really cute, really cute. So I was really happy with that. I think that's me covered the front page. I always seem to put so much more into the front cover than I do the rest of the book. Maybe it's just me, but let me just give you a quick close up. I know it's at an angle, but the leg of my tripod is there and I can't, because it's so big, I can't quite get it all in sharp. And you'll see there's more applique coming from behind the pocket with the earring centres on the flowers. And there is dangles there as well, but they're on other pages. So that's the front cover that has Peter. Okay, this is really going to be very difficult to film. Okay. So, on the next page here, the light is fading fast. So on this page we've got Jemima Puddleduck, and again this page was a tray cloth with cut work, what's it called? Battenberg lace edges all the way around. Jemima is actually on an oval doily, and then is framed with two tiny lace, well, three actually, on top of the doily. There's three different trims there to layer up round Jemima. And then there's a very old antique lace down here, which this one is on the lace, which I'll show you in a moment, and this is a separate one that was taken off a very, very old tray cloth that was very badly damaged, and I cut all the antique lace off it and thought I'm going to use that. This one also has a pocket which is made with this beautiful lace. Again, it's very vintage, very yummy, and I didn't want to put too much on it because I wanted to keep it so that you could see it. I have added a tiny braid trim across there, and then on this side of the pocket I've used appliques, leaf appliques, a dangle piece here, and again I've made a flower with doilies, some tiny ribbon embroidery off a tablecloth, handmade flower, and then this little centerpiece here. I will lift it up in a second. And then up in this corner I've made another flower with a dangle piece. It's made of doilies, again some of that beautiful fabric, another doily, and then this ribbon embroidery flower again off a linen piece. So let me see if I can, hang on, it is very, very heavy. Let me see if I can give you a close up of this. So that's that flower there, and you can just see the embroidery work peeking out around the flower. And then this is so awkward to film. Hang on. And that's the flower up in this corner in the blue. Okay, so that's Jemima Puddleduck page. And this page, let me just show you, again is made up of tray cloths, and I did add a few dangles here. This lace is actually off a tablecloth, runs all the way along here. Love this lace. Then this square piece is a doily piece, which I have added the image onto, and the image this time is the tailor of Gloucester. And this I love this image. I decided not to put a pocket on this image. I decided to frame this image, which I did with different laces and appliques. And there's wedding applique, there's doily flowers and more mirror pieces, but this time in pink. This brooch flower with the bling centre, and again another doily flower and the mirror piece in pink and wedding applique here, and behind it is a sort of collar piece that goes across there. I will show you it in a bit more detail. And then up in this corner is another collar piece that has some iridescent sequins and some tiny pearls on it, and I used it as the corner piece up here. I love this image. So that's that page. Let me just zoom in so you can see a bit of the detail. So you can see the pink mirror bit on here and on there, and the dangles and all these, what looks like a lot of lace, but is actually, when you think, like this piece is one big tray cloth, and then this is a doily on top of it, and then the dangles are added and a bit of the lace off a tablecloth. I haven't actually used many individual laces on here. It's all been mostly from the vintage linens, from that bundle. So I'm so happy that I had tea dyed them all and layered them up ready to use. Okay, so that's Jemima and the Tailor of Gloucester. So let's see who's on the next page. Oh, I've forgotten her name. I do have my book somewhere. Oh gosh, I've forgotten her name now. Mrs. Oh, I've forgotten. No, it's gone. I love this image with all the babies in the cradle. Absolutely love it. And again, I didn't put a pocket on this page. I decided I loved the image and I wanted to make a feature of it. So on this page, again, the base of it was a tray cloth, and then I layered the vintage eyelet lace. I put 3 layers of that on there. I then had this very delicate square doily. It did have linen in the centre that was damaged, and I fussy cut the linen out of the centre and then used the delicate lace as the frame to this image. And then I added the braid trim, and then I even went a bit further and cut little bits off the braid trim and added it to the centre of all these kind of little flower pieces on the doily. And I added little flowers with coordinating pink and brown ribbon roses all the way around. Again, I made a flower up here with, you can't see it, can you? I'll show you in a sec, with the pink velvet. I will show you that in a moment. I've added some appliques down here, a few dangles, another applique, some leaf pieces, another doily, that the small doily that matched this. Again, some embroidered roses that I cut off a tablecloth, and then this bead pearl centre, which I will do a close-up in a moment. on this page, so let me do a bit of a close-up on the image so you get to see that. And then this is the flower here with the pearl and bead centre. That's quite dimensional. And then up in this corner, nope, it's too big. I knew it would be. This would be a nightmare to... Not too far. I've made another flower, and in the centre it's got another ribbon flower that I cut off a linen piece. So I'm really happy with that. So I love this page. Mrs. Hunker Bunker. Is that Hunker Bunker? Oh gosh, is it? Yes. I can't remember. Hunker Bunker. I think it is. And the next page is the little old lady in the shoe who had so many children she didn't know what to do. Love this image too. I love all of Beatrix Potter images. Absolutely love this. And this is on a tray cloth plus a doily, which I layered up with some different laces all the way around. Got an applique with some flowers layered onto it, another applique here with flowers, and then this pocket is made out of a lace doily, actually 2 lace doilies made up this pocket. I've put some lace across the top, and then it's got this beautiful neck applique going across the pocket. I will show you a close-up. Again with another handmade flower with the pearl and diamante centre. I've got these little applique piece here layered up. There's, you know, the heart piece, then there's a vintage piece behind that just peeping out, and then these are like wings here. So let me just zoom in a bit so you can see. So that's the pocket. And as you can see, there is an applique on there with the dangles coming down. There is a few dangles on the bottom of this page as well. This is the applique piece here. And then there's this applique going up the side of the picture, again with the little loopy flowers in the same colour as the shoe. I love how that looks down there. And then there is another applique just below the shoe with a flower as well. Such a gorgeous image. So that's the little old lady in the shoe page. And I love all the big pockets as well, really love them. And let's go to the next page. I will show you maybe the dangles at the end. So this page is just a pocket page, there's no image on here. And again, this is the other half of the tray cloth. I used the other half of this on the front cover to make the pocket on the front cover. So this is the other half of it to make the pocket on this page. And I used this lace as a pocket on Jemima Puddleduck's page. So this lace was the pocket on Jemima's page, and this tray cloth was the pocket on Peter's page. So I've really sort of used every bit of things up that I could. Do you remember that lace I got at the car boot sale, the pink lace? I did actually use some of that on the edge of this page here amongst the tea dye, just to bring a little bit of pink into this page. So I have put that in between the tray cloths. So this page has dangles, and the pink lace does go along the bottom as well. Has a few dangles, this beautiful lace with the flowers, and then some earrings. I actually added this tiny antique panel onto this myself here, just to create a focal point. I can turn this one this way to show you. So I had this long flower applique that goes the full length, and it's just like an satin with the cording for the detail, and I just added some of the loopy flowers and some earrings here and there. You can see this beautiful antique lace. I really didn't want to cover this up, so I kept this on show. I do have a little, but I know it's sideways, a butterfly here in this corner. And then what you'll see running round here, I do have pink seam binding. It does run down this side as well, but the applique does cover it a bit, and it does run along the bottom also. And then it's just tied off with some seam binding, tiny bling bow, and a little pink mirror piece as well. Let's see if I can just zoom in a little bit. There you go. But I really didn't want to cover up the details of this beautiful lace and this piece. I really wanted this applique to be the focal point on this page. And the reason for the pink is because the next image, let me just shake the dangles down, that's it, is Flopsy. Flopsy's on this page, and she's a beautiful girl in pink. And again, tray cloths, I think that's chair back cover and 2 tray cloths, and then little bits of laces off tablecloths, a little bit of trim, an applique that goes the whole way across there, and then I've just added like mirror pieces, doilies, earrings here. This is another applique that goes up the side here, a different trim to there, and then another one of those let me turn it slightly, another one of those embroidery pieces off a vintage linen piece. I cut that out. Up in this corner I have a silk flower, handmade silk flower, that I added some doilies to, and a beautiful sparkly rhinestone button in the centre. Let me just zoom in a bit, there you go, here, so you can see some of the details. And of course Flopsy had to have, she's got a flower there and then a little earring in the centre of the flower. Girl's got to have a bit of bling. And then that's the appliques at the bottom, and as you can see there's a sort of, it comes down into a V. I'm not sure if that picks out, but it all comes down into a V at the bottom, and then there's some yummy dangles at the bottom as well. So that's Flopsy's page. Oh, wrong way. There we go. That's Flopsy's page. And then the next page is another Peter, but I'll show you the pocket page first. So you can see this is another tray cloth here, as is this pocket. This is a big deep pocket, and you can see it's very, very deep. And on this I added this sort of like archway lace, and then I just layered up some flowers and some of the mirror pieces on it, and tiny blue braid trim to divide it up. At the bottom I've got a tiny bit of blue lace showing through there, and then a little blue applique here as a different focal point. If I show you the top of the page, here I've got wedding applique plus Battenberg lace up here in the corner with a blue flower, and then I've got the same Battenberg lace over here, but this time I used wedding applique flowers layered up next to each other. And this is, you can see the tray cloth here peeping through, and there is some tiny blue lace there as well. So this is the biggest pocket in the book, because I loved this lace piece, and I wanted to keep the full size of it, so that's why I kept the full big pocket on that page. And excuse me, and this is Peter again, and I definitely wanted to frame him on this page. I just again, it's 3 tray cloths, then surrounded by lace, a flower applique which I've added tiny flowers and the mirror pieces to here, another applique going this way, another mirror piece, flower, there's another flower peeping out under there, and then a big handmade flower here, really fluffy, with the pearls and diamante. And then this has antique laces peeping out here, just a snip of it there and there, the same at the bottom. And then I had these 2 vintage butterflies which I layered up, so it's like the butterfly is just flying off from Peter because he's picking flowers. And the tray cloth on this piece has the tatting behind it, and that's all the way around. And so the dangles on that page are like that. Do I need to show you anything closer? Maybe the butterflies, maybe. So that's and they're just tacked like that. So they're still loose, they're literally just tacked at the centre. And I really wanted to use the pink and blue on this page because obviously he's picking some pink flowers. Fluffed my flower up because it got a bit squashed with the pages, because it's a very heavy book. It is very heavy. And of course that then leads to the back page again, like that. And there's the dangle. So if I just zoom out, I give you a side view, it looks like so much lace there, but if you think a lot of the pages are the tray cloths which have lace on them, I haven't actually used a lot of separate laces. They're mostly what's on the linens already, but it looks nice and thick and full on there. And so that is my Beatrix Potter fabric book, which is going to sit on, I've got a table behind me and I'm going to have it there, because I've actually got a set of 3 stacking Peter Rabbit cases as well next to where it's going to sit on the table behind me, so that's where that's going to go. It took me quite a long time to make this. Actually, it took me a long time to make it. And I am so happy how it turned out. And I really, really hope you like it. And do let me know what you think. I'm sorry for the awkward angles whilst I was filming, but it is due to purely, because there's my arm, so you can tell how long it is. It is purely due to the size of it, but I really wanted to use up those damaged linens, and to me the best way to use them up was to make a big book, and that's why I did it. So yeah, so I'm super happy with my Peter and Beatrix book. Do let me know what you think, and I hope you all have a lovely weekend. This might be the first bank holiday we've had in a long time where we don't have rain. It's actually supposed to be quite warm this weekend, so I'm hoping we'll get a bit more done in the garden, because after the long winter it needs a lot of work. So have a lovely weekend and enjoy the bank holiday, and I will hopefully be back soon with some more videos, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye for now.